You know, back to Oladipo, he has a tremendously quick first step. Finished second in the slam dunk contest to Zach LaVine. Some dunks he's had in regular season play, downright nasty.
Now here is Lowry. Passes it to DeRozan. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Vucevic with the bucket.
And talking about Oladipo's explosiveness, we're starting to see it in his overall scoring as well. Had his first back-to-back 30-point games this year against Chicago and Houston. If he keeps improving at this rate, could be an all-NBA first-teamer before he's through.
Here's Valanciunas. Vucevic with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Payton kicks to Harris. And Luis Scola gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That is his first foul of the game. High post Vucevic. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by DeRozan.
How about the reaction time on that pass? Quick. And what good work there to get in the way of it.
Out of bounds. Orlando takes possession. Orlando trailing here. Payton outside. Picked by Vucevic. Payton outside. Just 5 to shoot. Gordon dishes to Harris. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Raptors have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Carroll, no one around him. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
Gordon, the pass to Vucevic. Payton kicks to Vucevic. Lowry with the block. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. And Carroll gets it to go. Well, the Raptors show they can be a force in offense once again. That was very clearly a strength of the team last year, Greg.
Yeah, and Toronto has a lot of guys that can hurt you in a variety of ways. They can score in the half court, but are really explosive enough to get out and run if teams want to push the tempo.
And it's Oladipo with the jam. Toronto leading by 4. Here's Lowry. Kicks it to Carroll. Pass to Valanciunas. And the shot is good.
Works that one inside nicely.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. And though he's been working on his offensive skills, defense and rebounding are Valanciunas' bread and butter. That was the case with him when he was playing in Lithuania Club, and it's the case now.
It still sure is the case. I mean, it's hard to find a guy with his combination of size, athleticism, and fluidity. Just a tad over aggressive at times, but I'd rather have to turn a guy down than to turn him up.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And watching Valanciunas rebound, it's clear he has all the tools. Great anticipation, really looks to box out. Strong vertical, might just need to add some strength to become a perennial 10-rebound-a-game guy.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Biombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for Luis Story. Ross is checked in for DeMar Carroll. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. Raptors leading by 4.
And for Valanciunas, he's been working on his defensive consistency. Last year, he actually increased his blocks per game while lowering his fouls per game. That's a big step forward in his development.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Now, here's Watson. Fry at the elbow. There's the double team with Joseph. Watson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
6 on the shot clock. And Joseph kicks to Ross. Off target with his 3.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
And that one's good. Fry's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
Patterson can't get it to go.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Watson dishes to Vucevic. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those playing.
Now, here's Oladipo. There's the dish to Fry. Toronto grabs the miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Joseph, the pass to DeRozan. The Raptors need to get a shot up. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. For Orlando, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. The pass to Hazanya. It's stolen by DeRozan. Here's Ross. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
And Scott Skiles has been around the league as a coach for a while now, coming home to where he played most of his career here in Orlando. And at times, he can be a demanding coach.
Here's Oladipo. Shot from the wing. He squares up and sinks it. Oladipo's got 6. Now here's Joseph. He's covered by Watson. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And Greg, you're right. Skiles is what, we'd call a no-nonsense coach. Makes perfect sense when you think about the team that now Clarkie's going to go coach in Orlando.
Yeah, exactly. He was great at developing players, and that's exactly why the Orlando Magic hired him. Plays with an edge, but he develops players quite nicely, too.
Holds him accountable, doesn't he?
Yep, well said.
Toronto trailing. And Joseph kicks to DeRozan. Pass to Joseph. Clock at 6. He dishes it to Patterson. Got a piece of it. Ross with the steal. Here's Johnson. Finishes the break with a slam.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when the steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
Now here's Vucevic. No good there off the double clutch.
They've got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Yeah, it's a game of inches, and every play counts.
Here's Joseph. And Patterson kicks to Ross. He feeds it to Johnson. Top of the key jumper, no good. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. There's the lob to the hoop. Tipped away. Now here's Watson. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Fournier dishes to Watson. Connects on the 17-footer. And the Magic lead by 1.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
On the wing, DeRozan. And there's the horn. We've seen some good defense on both sides, and the score is still close. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
Defense paying huge dividends for them through the first.
Excellent hustle, and you know the coach has to be pleased with that effort at the defensive end.
Toronto shooting 39% from the floor, at their best. On the court for Orlando. Inside, it's Fry and Vucevic. Watson out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Hezonja in at the 3. Here's Fournier. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. The 3. Scola with the rebound. Big step last year for Vucevic's offense, Clark. Unstoppable at times, both on the blocks and facing up.
Vucevic is a real outstanding future all-star front court. Rebounds at a high rate in traffic and out of his area. Finishes, faces up. This kid has a lot of upside. I really like his game.
Lowry passes to Ross. The feed now to Scola. It's tipped. Here's Fournier. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Vucevic. To the inside. Watson's shot is good. And it's a 5-point Orlando lead.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
And it's Lowry penetrating. Now here's Watson. 6 points for him. Passes it to Hezonja. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. One-on-one fast break. And it's denied. Pull up Jay. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Hezonja's got his second basket. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Magic?
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another thing, I mean, they've done a great job early of creating chaos on defense, being disruptive and getting steals through the first half of today's game.
Deep 2 from Carroll. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp. There's a good screen. Down low. And stolen by Stola. Outside Lowry. Valanciunas with the ball. He's against Fry. And it's Lowry again missing.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had early.
Fry inside. Guarded by Scola. No good from Fry.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Just 5 to shoot. The shot by Carroll, no good.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over him.
Dishes it to Watson. Here's Fournier. And the shot no good, a bit short. Raptors trailed by 5. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Lowry kicks to Ross. Valanciunas sets a screen for Ross. Back to Lowry. Off the screen. Lowry can't get that one to fall. Well, the Orlando Magic had a rough season last year. They managed to still be, though, competitive on the road.
You know, they really had one of those years where they just seemed to play better on the road. Maybe more comfortable, not as much pressure. Almost half of their wins on the year came out of town.
And for the Raptors, they're shooting just 31% in the game. And Luis Scola gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Biombo, he's checked in for Toronto. Then for the Magic, Tobias Harris comes in for Hezonja. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Fournier.
And part of why Orlando held things together on the road was they could get hot from the floor. Ended up in the top 10 in the NBA in terms of field goal percentage on the road.
Feeds it to Ross. It's stolen by Oladipo. Orlando gets it back. And here's Fry from the arc. And that one's good. Fry's got 6.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And, you know, for the Magic, they still only had 12 road wins last year. Given the youth of this team, that's definitely something that can be built on.
With some changes. Johnson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. DeRozan comes in for Ross. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Then for the Magic, Vucevic checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Aaron Gordon comes in for Channing Frye. And it's Elfrid Payton in for C.J. Watson.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Both free throws good from DeRozan. Thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished, struggled to handle the ball, created then his own shot, and but sometimes he would create for others too.
Yeah.
But he settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the two. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
And, you know, getting back to DeRozan, he's put a spit shine on his offense. Over the past 2 seasons, averaged over 20 points a game, was also good for 3 or 4 assists, showing everybody how work ethic can overcome unrefined skills.
On the wing, Johnson. Shot clock at 6. That's good. DeRozan's got 4 points this quarter.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Oh, that's right on the money. They generated a lot of easy opportunities on the inside.
Out to Harris. Payton outside. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. 8 points for Vucevic.
You know, for DeMar DeRozan, scary to think that he's still scratching the surface of his potential. Made his first All-Star appearance in 2014. Was a little dinged up last year, but still very effective. No doubt he's the real deal.
Toronto calls timeout. Well, it was a slow start to his rookie year for Payton, but he came along very strong.
Yeah, it looked really good for the Magic down the stretch. Even recorded his first triple-double. I think there will be more of those in his career.
Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Raptors. Lowry comes in for Corey Joseph. Lowry kicks to Johnson. Pass to DeRozan. Lets it go from deep. Can't get it to go. Payton with some nice D.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, but one more advantage in the stat column, and that's what's translated to this lead.
In the corner, it's Harris. Got a piece of it. It gets stolen by Lowry. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo.
And for Kyle Lowry, last season was full of milestones. First, he signs the big contract extension for 4 years. Then he earns his first ever All-Star selection. Unfortunately, didn't finish as strong with the postseason, but a terrific year.
And Orlando making a change here. Watson's checked in. There's a screen. Here's Vucevic. There's the triple. Watson's shot is off. And on the topic of Lowry, he became only the 3rd Toronto Raptor ever, Clark, to be voted into the All-Star game.
Yeah, you know, Bosh and Vinsanity, the other 2. Lowry also participated in the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge. Man, he's been outstanding as a point guard.
And a tenacious leader for the Raptors.
Yeah.
Watson kicks to Gordon. Oladipo, the pass to Vucevic. The kick out to Oladipo. And Vucevic throws it down.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
6 to shoot. Lowry Kicks to Johnson. Lets it go from 11. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Picked by Vucevic. Top of the key, Harris. There's the call on James Johnson. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
.157 left in the first half of the game. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And one thing about Nikola Vucevic, he owns the boards. Posted a top 10 double-digit average in each of the past 3 seasons. Plus, he's equally adept on both the offensive and defensive glass.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
The drive by Lowry. And it's blocked by Gordon.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Now Lowry, he has 6. He kicks to Carroll. And stolen by Gordon. In the corner, it's Harris. Gordon with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. Here's Vucevic. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Clark bringing it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Inside. Here's Carroll. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 4 assists in the game. Now here's Watson. Lowry covering. Gordon dishes to Watson. It's stolen by Lowry. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Nice D from Oladipo. Magic leading by 8. Watson, the pass to Oladipo. Watson kicks to Gordon. Here's Oladipo. Nice D from DeRozan.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face. Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
And that concludes the first half. Orlando out in front, leading by 6. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
Looking at the numbers for Vucevic, 13 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
Hey, Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Nice game. Great performance by Nikola Vucevic.
I tell you what, though, it's going to be important to see if they can slow him down in the second half, because so far they have not had anybody that can disrupt his rhythm down low.
Well, how about guys mixing up the looks? I mean, bump him out a little bit, fronting, doubling, anything to try to get him off his rhythm.
The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Scola, and it's Carroll in the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Payton kicks to Dedmon. Fry with the ball. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That'll be his second foul of the game. Lowry against Payton. On its way from Oladipo for 2. The wing jumper off target. Raptors trailed by 4.
And the Magic struggled last season, still waiting on one of their young stars to just take that next step.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Fry dishes to Dedmon. Payton passes to Fry. Shot from 12. And he gets the bucket. Fry's got 8 points. Toward the end of the year, the Magic saw leaps from Oladipo and from Elfrid Payton.
Yeah, I like those 2 young guys, Kevin, but it's hard to compete in the NBA without a top 20 scorer.
Carroll kicks to Valanciunas. Can't hit from in close.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
DeRozan's shot is good.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Kicks to Fry. Shoots. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Fry's got 4 points now in the quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Carroll dishes to Lowry. Fires it up. The shot by Carroll, no good. Harris passes to Oladipo.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. The dish to Carroll. They get it back. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Some changes for Toronto. Patterson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Ross comes in for DeMar Carroll. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Orlando also making some changes. Vucevic, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Aaron Gordon comes in for Channing Frye. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Payton. The drive by Vucevic.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
And Joseph kicks to Ross. Screen by Scola. There's the pass to Joseph. Unloads. Rebound by the Magic. Oladipo's got his 4th rebound in this one. And here is Joseph. Here's DeRozan. Scola up top. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Now here's Oladipo. He's got 10. In the corner, it's Harris. Oladipo outside. Good ball movement here by the Magic. And it's Napier missing.
And for Luis Scola, a very different role for him over the last 2 years. I mean, he was a starter for most of his career, then signed with Indiana, who had David West at the 4. Off the bench, though, Scola still played efficiently, but he was just used to putting up much bigger numbers for other teams.
Ross. And again, no good by Toronto. Magic leading by 8. Napier passes to Vucevic. Napier kicks to Vucevic. Pass to Oladipo. The try by Vucevic. Here's Harris. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there for Scola. Ross dishes to Patterson. Now here's Joseph. Guarded closer. To end the drought. And it's off the back rim. No good.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
And Toronto making a change here. Biombo's checked in. Then for the Magic, Nicholson comes in for Aaron Gordon. And it's Hezonja in for Harris. Here's Napier. And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down. He dishes it to Joseph. He feeds it to Patterson. Ross with a wide open look. Buries it from three-point range. Ross has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Napier kicks to Oladipo. The feed to Vucevic. And stolen by Biombo. Passes to Joseph. Jacks up a 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
A wide open look here for Oladipo. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
DeRozan passes to Biombo. Here's Joseph. And the Raptors tack on 2 more. The Magic have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. This one for 3. Good. Nice play there from Napier. And the Magic lead by 3.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Now here's Joseph. Tight defense on him. Dishes it to Ross. On the wing, DeRozan. Patterson can't get it to go. Magic leading by 3. Napier passes to Hezonja. Feeds to Napier. He kicks to Vucevic. There's the screen. Pass to Nicholson. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Johnson, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. Orlando also making some changes. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Vucevic. And it's Watson in for Napier. Now Joseph. 7 points in the game. Patterson, the screen. Ross with room to shoot. Again, Toronto.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
There's the pick. To the middle. Here's Biombo. Can't hit from 12. Magic leading by 4. Well, the one word you can use to describe the Raptors postseason last year, disaster. I mean, Greg, nothing went right for them.
Yeah, I mean, after that great regular season, they were completely just manhandled by the Wizards, swept out of the first round in 4 straight.
Oladipo outside. And there's the 3-second violation. Some changes for Toronto. Damari Carroll comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Corey Joseph. And a change for the Magic. Evan Fournier is checked in for Oladipo.
Well, I tell you, the Raptors really were befuddled with how that series went. I mean, they just never got things going and became the first team to get swept with home court advantage in the playoffs since 2011.
Watson dishes to Dedmon. Tries to save it. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll. Valanciunas is checked in for Biombo. And a switcher also for Orlando. Harris is checked in. 4 on the shot clock. The Magic need to get a shot off here. No luck.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
.44 seconds left to play here in the third. And it's Lowry penetrating. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Johnson. No good off the front iron.
And guys, you look at the Raptors last season and how they stumbled at times. You could see that they would have trouble in the postseason with the way they were constructed. I don't think anybody saw a sweep coming, but that's where it ended up being. That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
And we've watched. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Magic leading by 4. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. At the 2 and the 3, it's Fournier and Harris. Inside, it's Fry and Vucevic. And it's Watson in the point guard position.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Toronto's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Kicks to Valanciunas. The dish to Carroll. Fires from deep. The Magic shooting 47%. Pretty solid. Watson with it. Lowry picks him up. Watson kicks to Fry. Here's Vucevic. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Deep 2 from Carroll. The Raptors rebound. Here's DeRozan. Valanciunas passes to Scola. And he can't bank that one in. Orlando leading by 8. Fournier dishes to Fry. Right wing. 5 to shoot. Watson kicks to Fry. They get the rebound. They get a hand on it.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Watson with it. And the pass to Vucevic. Here's Carroll. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got his 7th assist in the game. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Watson, that's for 2. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Now here is Lowry. He's covered by Watson. Just 5 on the clock. Lowry kicks to Carroll. All alone.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Orlando making some changes. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Fry. Victor Oladipo comes in for Fournier. And it's Peyton in for C.J. Watson. Back to Gordon. They get a hand on it. Lowry passes to DeRozan. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way. Carroll with the rebound.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
And here's DeRozan to the paint. That's good, and the Orlando lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Valanciunas. Here's Orlando now. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Harris, right side. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Magic lead by 5.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, guys, I was able to hear Dwayne Casey coaching his team during that break. He actually lit into them pretty heavily, saying, "We're being way too soft on the inside. I'd better start to see some toughness and more shots being challenged. No more easy baskets." Pretty strong words, guys.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And for Victor Oladipo, guys, last season you saw him continue to make strides in this game. He has the build to be one of the best guards in the league, and he's on the right track right now. Very excited for his future.
And he sinks the 2nd. As you said about Oladipo, he has a bright future in this league after playing at Indiana, already stepping into the leader role with the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, and what I like most about his game and the way he plays is that he contributes really in every facet. I'll use a baseball term. He's a 5'2". I mean, he really does a little bit of everything well, and he can make a big impact even when his shot isn't falling, be it on the glass, with his passing, or his defense. And Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up 2 baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allowed the opponent to get. Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
And at this stage of a tight game, the tired legs really start to show. A defense becomes vulnerable if you can continue to pound it inside.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. What you have to like out of Valanciunas last season, improved efficiency. The game really, Clark, seemed to slow down for him.
Yeah, he entered the league a little green. I mean, would make a lot of mistakes, but had excellent tools. So with enthusiasm and hard work, you knew it was just a matter of time with him.
The Raptors making a switch here. Ross is checked in. Channing Frye's checked in for Orlando. Watson comes in for Peyton. The drive by Vucevic. Gets himself open and drills it. Vucevic has got 6 points in the quarter.
And for Valanciunas last year, his offensive production was similar to the year before, but he cut down on his turnovers. He also raised his shooting percentage to a career-high 57%, and that, my friends, is improved efficiency.
Oladipo dishes to Harris. Oladipo goes in. And Luis Scola gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Watson kicks to Harris. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Fry, good.
You know, talking about Valanciunas, the light clearly went on last season. He was more assertive, refined his post game. The next step is to extend his shooting range so he can help space the floor on offense.
Screen by Valanciunas. Pass to DeRozan. Off the screen. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Lowry again. Oladipo. Lowry passes to Scola. Fade away. That's short off the rim.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
Watson with it. Lowry picks him up. Watson kicks to Oladipo. It's Fry. It's off the key. Back to Oladipo.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Magic.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
Azania, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. Now the feed to Ross. Puts one up from 19.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Fry dishes to Vucevic. And Oladipo, here we go. And it's Toronto with the rebound. DeRozan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
For 3, Ross. Count the bucket. Ross has got it back down to within single digits for the Raptors. Now, here's Watson. While recovering. Pass to Hazanya. Vucevic is screen on Ross.
I'm not sure how I like this one. He used the rim to get some True hang time there.
No, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Okay,
That was just
I'll buy that for now.
a good old-fashioned chin check right there.
Toronto calls timeout. Nice game. Great performance by Nikola Vucevic.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they've got to figure out how to contain him.
Here's Lowry. He dishes it to Valanciunas. Puts up the baby hook. It's stolen by Vucevic. And he banks in the layup. And now a 12-point Orlando lead.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Screen by Valanciunas. Lowry passes to DeRozan. Valanciunas with a screen on Oladipo. Just 5 to shoot. And DeRozan kicks to Valanciunas.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Dishes to Vucevic. He feeds it to Watson. Vucevic the pass to Watson. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
That's really the area where they'd like all of their shots to come from.
They set the pick. Outside Lowry. Here's Ross. Here's Scola. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Luis Scola.
And he makes the first. Damari Carroll's checked in for Toronto. Gordon's checked in for the Magic. Good on both.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for them. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
And Clark, those free throws need to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
Orlando moving the ball around. Lasagna's shot is off.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. That sends Luis Scola to the free throw line. That one on Vucevic. Tobias Harris is checked in for the Magic.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And the Magic making a change here. Payton's checked in. Feeds to DeRozan. Another shot. Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Kerr.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on the follow, just like he got there.
The Raptors making a switch here. Joseph's checked in. And so both free throws are good. And it's an 8-point game. 36 seconds left in the fourth.
Just too much of a deficit to overcome.
Just not enough clicks and ticks left on that clock in this one, Greg.
And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
In for your Raptors.
12 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Patrick Patterson. James Johnson.
Now here's Payton.
Bruno Caboclo.
And so it's Orlando winning this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Thank you for